Hey, Mr. G, and I'm going to be going over some dominant 7th bar chords today. And I'm going to show you what I consider the most common 6th string root, 5th string root, and 4th string root. Now, when we look at those bar chords, sometimes they're referred to as, if there's a 6th string root, it's known as the E-shaped bar chord, because E is your 6th string, and if the root's there, they just call it an E-shaped bar chord. And then if the root's on the 5th string, it can sometimes be referred to as a A-shaped bar chord, because the A is your 5th string. And then on the 4th string, that's your open D. So a lot of times people refer to a bar chord whose root is on the 4th string as a D-shaped bar chord. So again, if the root's on the 6th string, it can be referred to sometimes as a E-shaped bar chord. If the root's on the 5th string, it can be referred to sometimes as an A-shaped bar chord. And if the root's on the 4th string, it can be referred to sometimes as a D-shaped bar chord. Now, today we're going to take the most common bar chord in all those shapes. One with the 6th string root, one with the 5th string root, and one with the 4th string root. Now let's go over those bar chords. So the first one I'm going to do here is a 6th string bar chord. And this is kind of what the shape looks like. And again, the shape is movable. So this chord here is actually an A7th bar chord because the root is on the A. So I'm going to take my index finger and bar it over the 5th fret of strings 1 through 6, okay? And I'm going to take my ring finger and place it on the 7th fret of the 5th string. And I'm going to place my middle finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. And like I said, because my index finger, the root is on the 6th string 5th fret, and that's an A, it'll be known as an A7th bar chord in this scenario. Now, let me show you what it looks like and sounds like. And again, if I take that, and if I want the root to be on the 6th string 3rd fret, and that's a G, it would become a G7th bar chord. So that's your shape there for your most common E-shaped or root on a 6th string bar chord for the dominant 7th chord. Now the next shape we're going to look at is your D-shaped or your root on the 5th string. In this scenario, let's do a C7th bar chord. And this is kind of what the shape's going to look and sound like. And I'm going to take my index finger, I'm going to bar it over. I actually bar it over really all 6 strings. But again, the root is on the 5th string 3rd fret on that C, okay? So that's I'm not going to play the 6th string, but my index finger, it's just easier to place it there on top of that 6th string 2. I'm just not going to play it. And I'm going to take my ring finger and place it on the 4th string 5th fret. And I'm going to place my little finger on the 2nd string 5th fret. And when I play all these notes together, this is your most common A-shaped or a 5th string rooted dominant 7th bar chord. So that's your most common A-shaped bar chord. Now let's go over the most common D-shaped bar chord. Now let's do a G7 for this one. Now I'm going to come here and just kind of come up like this, and this is what it's going to look like and sound like, and then we'll break it down. And what I I do is I take my index finger, play down the root, that G, on the 4th string, 5th fret. And then I place my ring finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string. I place my middle finger on the 6th fret of the 2nd string. And I place my little finger on the 7th fret of the 1st string. And that's the shape there, okay? So let me play that for you. And again, that's your most common D-shaped or 4th string rooted dominant 7th bar chord. So those shapes there are your most common D, A, and E shaped dominant 7th bar chords. So practice those bar chords, get them down. They're really, you really need to know them when you're playing the blues. Get your open chords down, get your bar chords down, and again, those bar chords are movable. So practice those, memorize those, and keep on jamming.